You're now tuned into the Sheldon's Talk Show, your weekly geeky news on movies, TV, and video games, only here on Z90.7 FM WZIS. And welcome to the Sheldon's Talk Show. Why is everything so loud? I am so sorry, people.
I'll make it louder.
Please don't. I'm begging you on everything. Oh, I think it might be that. No. Yep. Okay, cool. I got it fixed. I don't know if it was loud on everyone else's end, but it was loud on mine. All right. We got a show today. That's pretty much all the information I have right at this moment, but I'm your host, Gavin the Chef Cook, and with me...
Zach Gerchek.
Brendan Magnuson.
How's it going, guys?
It's going. I'm excited to talk about some of the stuff today. Some of it... some of it's just sad news. We got a sad one for the Robbie Gecklers out there.
Yeah, we're starting off with a pretty rough one, I think. But after that, it's pretty smooth sailing.
After that, it's like kind of cool information, just pretty eh.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about first, I'm sure people who use Twitter and focus on Marvel and just news in general regarding actors and whatnot, they know that Jonathan Majors is currently dealing with some legal troubles. Nothing's confirmed or denied whether or not it's all true or not, but it's starting to look bad for at least Jonathan Majors' reputation in his career. In late March, he was arrested in New York under the charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment after a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. The NYPD told the press that the victim suffered minor injuries to her head and neck and was taken to the hospital in stable condition. And so the defense lawyer of Jonathan Majors said that he's completely innocent and is provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows, and that they are gathering and presenting the evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. After the news of that surfaced, the U.S. Army pulled their ad that had him in it, and it's getting worse for him.
Not the Navy.
Yeah. Earlier this week, Jonathan Majors has been dropped by his talent manager, Entertainment 360, and the PR firm, the lead company, following his arrest. Which, whether he's innocent or guilty, that's just kind of standard procedure for these kind of things. Unfortunately, fingers crossed that he is not even just because of the Marvel stuff, but just in general, like. I would much rather it be a situation where he was wrongly accused and he can fight his way back into the good graces of the people. Yeah. But also just because he was, in my opinion, he's a great actor, and I'd hate to see someone's career get thrown away if he didn't do it. But if he did do it, by all means, get rid of him.
If he did it, just rot. Just go do whatever.
Yeah. No, but also. He's been dropped from films and roles he's had, one of which being a Walter Mosley novel adaptation, which is The Man in My Basement, and an Otis Redding biopic, which hopefully if they recast for that, it'll be cool because I love Otis Redding, and I didn't even know that there was a biopic being made about Otis Redding until this, and so it's really bittersweet knowing that movie exists now. But most recently, he was in Creed, played Kang and Ant-Man, and he will
be playing Kang.
Yeah.
And at least in Loki. Yeah. We know for sure. From what I've seen, we know for sure he's going to be in Loki as Kang. Hopefully, because they can do it. It's just they kind of did a whoopsie by showing every single version of Kang ever being Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
At the end of Quantumania. That was a big whoopsie.
That's an easy fix. I mean, think about I always forget his name. What's his name? Vendrell from Thor. Got recasted in between Thor films, and no one really cared. Yeah. And I know Kang is a huge villain, but with the whole multiverse thing, you just be like, you saw it wrong.
It's one of those things where it's like literally the worst guy for the MCU that could have possibly done
true.
It's like the worst. It sucks.
Yeah, it's like imagine I don't know,
Iron Man.
Not Iron Man, but Scott Lang. I am blanking on his name.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine Paul Rudd did something like that. He's on his way out.
Yeah,
he's
that's
an
true.
established character. You can write him
Or
off.
even the guy who played MODOK. You know, like
no, he's got to stay around.
I don't care what that guy does. He has to say MODOK.
he's a murderer, and they're like, keep him in the film.
Keep him in. It's true to life. True
He
to
shoots
character.
all of his scenes
Life
from
imitates
prison.
art.
They just need his face. They can just put him on a Zoom call.
Zoom call him in. That'd be sick.
Oh my gosh.
You know, but
No, it's you know, it's some stuff.
it's sad news.
Yeah, like it's sad, but you know, we don't know anything. Hopefully they do figure it out by the time that they need Kang to show up in something else. I did see fan casts, or not even fan casts, just people just saying like they think that John Boyega would be a good replacement for Kang.
Yeah.
Which I can kind of see, but I don't know. Because him and Jonathan Majors have a similar build.
Yeah, I get you saying.
But Kang doesn't have to have the same build, though. So I feel like that cast is just a little too on the nose.
Yeah, I mean, if they pick him, you know what, John Boyega, he deserves
He's a
all
good
the
actor,
love.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was screwed over in the Star Wars sequels.
Hopefully they can. Hopefully, with all the new Star Wars stuff, they can get him back. Because I think that they could do Finn some justice.
Oh, especially in that sequel film we got coming out about Rey making the Jedi Order, 100%.
Because if the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special can have Finn as a Jedi, then Star Wars can have Finn as a Jedi. He doesn't have to even be the strongest Jedi. Just go along with what you started.
The holiday special wrote him better than the actual Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
That was awful.
They fly now? They fly now.
They fly now.
No. This is all sad stuff. How I would rather it go is that it's all dropped due to it not being true, or I'd rather either be it's all dropped due to it being true and he can get his career back on track, or they just find out it's true and just get rid of him, because I don't want the whole like charges were dropped due to incircumstantial evidence or something like that. Like, I want them to say he's either innocent or guilty. I don't want it to be like a just money makes it go away thing.
Yeah, please don't.
Because then it's attached to him forever.
100%.
And it took Johnny Depp years to get out of his stuff like that.
And he's still not even fully out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like I said, he's a great actor, just like Johnny Depp's a great actor. And I hate it to see, like, when an actor gets stuck in legal stuff and it haunts them, whether or not they're in the wrong. Because there's too many ones that are in the wrong. Because right now for Marvel specifically, it's a very similar situation to the guy who plays Kamala's dad.
Yeah.
They filmed the Marvels before all that stuff happened.
So it's one of those things where, like, first off, Marvel, please recast that guy after the Marvels. Please.
Yeah, I'm begging
either
you.
that or kill him off of the Marvels. One of the two.
Because
I don't really care.
Wasn't that like confirmed, like factual stuff?
No, that is factual.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It did happen.
At least with Jonathan
texting
Majors,
underage
Marvel
girls.
can like sit here and just wait and be like, okay, we'll decide after the trial. How's that?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think based on the slate, they don't need Kang for a little while anyways.
Yeah, they don't need him.
Because they still have to do their build-up movies like Blade and stuff. And Daredevil doesn't need Kang.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, only thing that we really need Kang for right now is Loki.
And that's already done.
And that's already done, so it's not like, it's the whole situation is just rough, and it's more or less stressful for Marvel fans. I mean, of course, like we said before, if Mr. Jonathan Majors did do the bad things, I hope that he is judged accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be like
Pop him in jail for
pop him in jail for a
period
while.
of time.
Do not let him pay his way out of it.
Let him serve his sentence. Don't let Jonathan Majors be the Chris Brown of the acting industry.
Chris Brown, who debuted at number 26 on the WZIS Top 40.
Oh no, Chris Brown's fine now.
But he didn't
apparently.
used to be.
He didn't used to be.
Yeah.
No, because I remember we had to stop playing Chris Brown for a little bit because of some other stuff. But that one very quickly got turned down by the courts because it was just all just lies. And that was the one time that I was like, wow, I rooted against Chris Brown for no reason. That's weird. I'm not used to this. This is a weird feeling. But no. But like I said, or like we've all said, this is, pretty sad stuff. But that's what's going on with it. Obviously, we'll pay attention to what's new with it all. But that's it for the very somber, very weirdly heavily news influenced break for shut-ins.
Yeah,
it's not usually like this.
Very talk about pop culture.
Very grief filled.
Yeah.
Like anyway, coming up next we got fun stuff. Whoopsie doos. Let's get moving, guys.
Shut-ins gone woke.
Shut-ins gone woke.
No, that's every episode. Every time Jacob Pickett.
Yeah, but we're about to go to break. When we come back, we'll be in a better mood. We're going to talk about something that's not nearly as controversial or weird as this break was, but we'll talk about that when we get back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show.
Shut-Ins gone woke. Ever since Jacob Pickett, the show's been way too woke.
This is the perfect time to play this.
Is anybody in the Twitch?
It says we have one viewer, but no one's commenting.
Okay, so
anything.
it's fake. It's a fake person.
Yeah.
If you're real, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that about you. Hopefully it's not Robbie just lurking. He's like, actually, Jonathan Majors did do it. Here's the proof. And he sends the Marvel leaks from the future MCU movies.
Marvel schlop.
It was planned. It was planned to make a more compelling villain.
I was about to say, because no one crucified me for this, but even if he did do it, he serves the time and he does due process hits
if he
him.
repents.
That could make him such a better villain.
Here's the thing.
You would want to hate him.
Here's the thing. Do I
die.
Do I think that he should be Kang and get paid for it if he did it and goes no? But would it be kind of funny in retrospect, 30 years in the future? And remember when they made him still be Kang? And he was a much more. People were like, I hate Kang.
Oh yeah, I got a middle back thing too.
Really? Yeah. Wars when people got up and started cheering.
They said, "Down with the Kang! Down with the Kang!"
And we're back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show. If you're curious as to what we do during our breaks, be sure to watch us on Twitch. You get a little piece of it all.
It was very unhinged this time. That was we're not normally that unhinged. Usually we just laugh at the usual PSAs you should die. So we play.
The bullying PSA is a little extra, but it makes it worth it, But you are a waste.
I'm sorry. I was just talking about Jonathan Majors. Why'd you have to say that about me?
Yeah, Marvel's listening. No, but no more somber stuff. I
will trash this though.
No, we're gonna trash it, but it's not gonna be sad.
It won't be somber. Yeah, I'll be trashing this.
So we're gonna talk about. I get in a way it's kind of sad for me, but we'll get to that. We're gonna talk about the new Harry Potter TV series that officially got announced for Max, which is no longer HBO Max, by the way, too. After the Discovery merger.
Berries on Max.
They didn't need to change the name, but don't.
Yeah, I could talk all day about their thought process behind it. It is actually so insane, the reasoning they changed it. I'll tell you, Twitch, I'll talk about it during the live, the break in between segments, because it is so dumb.
So, a TV series based on the OG Harry Potter books will be added to the streaming platform. They're calling it a 10-year commitment, which doesn't mean 10 seasons, but it'll take over the course of a decade. Due to the merger from Warner Brothers Discovery, they did a streaming call, and they revealed that it will be a faithful adaptation to the novels, and it'll be a new cast playing the characters, and the series will, it exists. That's all I got, man. The big shocker for it really is that J.K. Rowling will be serving as the executive producer, or one of the executive producers of the series.
Yeah, bruh.
And it has been rumored and reported that the series was a thing, but it wasn't until this that they confirmed it. It's just weird. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Condemning 3 new children to a life of death and demise and failure and horrible brainwashing.
Yeah, but
what's the point?
Yeah,
what's the point?
Let me say this.
I don't even know.
I think I probably talked about it on here before, but let me make my thoughts of J.K. Rowling known. She's several words that I can't say on air. That's how I feel about her personally, right? She transphobic. That's just. That's just allegedly a fact. I'll say allegedly, so don't.
It's not even. She's self-described a TERF.
It is. She is a self-described
TERF.
TERF. Yeah. Oh, she has said that. Yeah, she's a TERF, and I dislike her. I don't plan on really watching this. I honestly kind of think that she's just trying to distance herself from like the crew. That's kind of been like J.K. Rowling's tweaking on this one.
Yeah.
Like Radcliffe has been like he's doing that one like I don't remember exactly.
He was like talking with trans kids about like early transitioning and stuff and how it's like helpful and all that.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of just her doing this almost out of spite, just to the world. Honestly, I think everything J.K. Rowling does is out of spite. I mean, being a TERF is pretty much just everything.
How
Is
much of a
out
sad
spite.
human being do you have to be to do
Exactly.
that?
Shannon's gone woke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really where like this whole thing makes me upset is because I just in a way she technically doesn't have to be involved in anything Harry Potter ever again now that Warner Brothers has rights to certain pieces of it, being specifically like movies and whatnot. And similar to like Hogwarts Legacy, how they tried to distance themselves, which albeit it was a weird attempt, but
Very flawed.
It was well intentioned, and I think that's a good start.
Well intentioned, but they didn't try hard enough.
Yeah.
They really didn't. I could go on about that all day too, but check my article for the Statesman, everybody. I talk about it there.
I write about the dangers of transphobia in today's political climate as well.
Oh my gosh.
Start plugging
Okay.
them here, guys.
But the show is expected to follow each book one season at a time. So season 1 will be Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on where you're at.
If you're wrong or not.
Yeah. So on and so forth. And so, they'll probably just do a gap in the point where there's a gap in the books. And that's how the whole 10-year commitment thing comes from. Warner Brothers, obviously, is just continuing to try to just cash in on Harry Potter and its content. Hogwarts Legacy sold well. The Fantastic Beasts films did not, though. And so that's what put the movies on pause, which honestly, that kind of sucks because I remember as a kid when I was like really into Harry Potter, they had these books that came out, and one of them was called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I had that.
Yeah, and obviously the movie is just based off that title. Essentially, it's not the same. But I remember when the first Fantastic Beasts film was made, I remember being like, oh, hell yeah. And then I was like...
And then it stopped becoming about the beasts, and it was just a random story.
It became a big political wizard story. Because, like, Grindelwald, great villain, in essence.
Oh, yeah.
But, recasting...
We don't care.
We don't need more.
Exactly.
We don't need more wizard Nazis, guys.
Like, if that...
we don't need even more.
Exactly. And so, like, could have been really cool, or like the Tales of Beetle and Bard or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
making that into like its own little like mini series or something would have been cool, And then J.K. Rowling became J.K. Rowling, or showed her true self. But the whole cashing in of Harry Potter is like is really what gives me the whole. I support Daniel Radcliffe for never wanting to return.
Oh, dude, I will support Daniel Radcliffe unconditionally until he does like an atrocity.
Yeah. Oh, and he won't.
Like because he's such a sweet man.
He really
he's
is.
So well-meaning.
He's just so genuine.
Dude, he just hops in all the weird stuff too.
Sorry,
like Guns
Akimbo.
Akimbo.
Weird stuff like Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al. Guns Akimbo. Has anybody seen that movie?
Swiss Army Man.
Hard.
That movie was hard, and it wasn't the best movie, but it was a crazy. He played a corpse.
It was fun.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man.
He played a
good
farting
one.
corpse. Like,
Yeah,
I love
farting
him.
corpse.
I love that man so much.
And just in general though, like he's just a great guy. He does a lot for people in general, and so it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I don't see the point in telling this. Like everyone knows the story of Harry Potter, whether it's like you read the books, some of the best-selling books of all time.
Yeah.
You watch the movies, some of the best-selling movie series of all time.
Yeah, you either know
played
one
the
or
Lego
both.
Harry Potter games.
Yeah, you either know one or both. The movie / video game type of adaptation or how the books were written. Because honestly, we're getting a call. You guys keep talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'll answer the phone.
Phone call. We got a special guest on the Shut-Ins talk show. Yeah, no, this is so weird, guys. Sorry, this is crazy. Phone call mid Shut-Ins. Hold up.
Yeah, but I don't really get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think it's just people trying to get that mad cash.
Yeah, they're trying to make money. They're trying to make buckaroos.
Google, sir, and you'll have all the answers you need to that question.
What was that?
Make some bucks.
Thank you to the caller who got mad at us slandering J.K. Rowling.
Dude, we got our first hater.
Big quotations.
Dude, can we celebrate?
Yeah, we can celebrate. Thank you. Our first shut-ins hater.
Dude, Kobe Clark out in the hallway. We got a
Kobe
call
Clark.
from a shut-ins hater.
We just got a call, and someone is mad at us for talking bad about J.K. Rowling.
This is my
Yippee!
key. I'm sorry.
Listen,
this is my
listen,
key.
I want you. Listen, that person out there. I want you to know I'm fueled by hate and rage. I just like J.K. Rowling. I am fueled by malice and spite. I appreciate the fuel.
You just made my day. Like,
This
I peaked there.
I can't stop smiling. This is the greatest thing
let me
that ever
say
happened on
though,
this show.
J.K. Rowling. Hey, the Harry Potter books, they're all right. I'm a fan of them. But
Story-wise,
J.K.
they're
Rowling.
great. But why would we give money to the person who vividly hates people? Tanner, we just had a caller who is mad at us for slandering, in quotations, J.K. Rowling. When isn't that like a direct quote from her saying she's a TERF?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So yeah, that's what my answer was to him. I said, he was like, "Why are you doing all this?" and blah blah blah. And I said, "Use Google to find your answers, buddy," which might get me fired. But hey, last shut-ins episode for Gavin.
No, worth it for trans rights.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Tanner, listen.
This
I
isn't
am so unbelievably happy.
So I will say, this isn't.
We got our first WZS hater. Man.
Yeah. So
That's
this is
so fried.
This isn't a woke thing. This isn't us trying to make this a big political thing. Like from the bottom of my heart, specifically, like we make jokes about Jacob and Brennan being woke, but it's genuinely just being a good person, and not to get all on my soapbox or whatever here on the Shut-ins Talk Show, but being a good person is the key to just living life the proper way. No need to be racist, transphobic, homophobic. Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Just because you have different beliefs than me doesn't mean I'm going to get mad when you have different opinions either. We're all human. We all bleed the same color. So that's all I have to say. So if you're still listening out there, please do not call with hatred like that again. You can keep your opinions.
Phone starts ringing.
But yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry, it was funny at first, but the more I think about it, like that's
Oh no!
we're
Listen,
college.
let me say the
We're
call,
college students, man.
Uncalled for, stupid, right? But here's the thing: the fact that we got the call is like the fact that we
funny,
made somebody that irrationally angry over like the truth.
Bro, what
You know
are you
I mean?
doing?
Yeah, like let's be real here too. All she did was write books. You don't see me defending my favorite author if it turns out that author is a bad person. Like, yeah, for whatever reason, I just out of nowhere, Quentin Tarantino turns out to be a bad person. You're not gonna see me be like, "What do you mean you don't like Quentin Tarantino?"
If Bruce Campbell, Ari Aster, George Lucas, anybody I
just
love,
named my favorite
did any
people.
of that, just I'm dropping them.
Yeah,
This isn't like a
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling just because she's a TERF thing. This is the common human decency thing for
Yeah,
me.
because it doesn't mean I haven't watched Harry Potter since she showed her true colors, but I haven't paid money to do anything Harry Potter related.
Absolutely not.
I've had the DVD since I was a kid, so yeah, if I miss Prisoner of Azkaban, I'm gonna watch Harry Potter fight a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly. I paid my dues already.
Yeah. She already
But-
got my money for that film.
God.
You can appreciate the care and love that went into like the movies and stuff, all that, because that's the work of hundreds of thousands, thousands of people.
Yes.
It's not just her.
Yeah.
It's other people's vision as well. But supporting her beliefs directly and getting so offended that you call it college radio station.
Dude, listen, bro.
Oh my
I'm
God.
barely passing one of my math classes right now, and you're getting offended over what I say. Dude, I'm like, listen.
Go home to your wife or husband.
Wife or husband, or if you're another
Or
go
partner.
or your commute. I don't know what you're doing. I'm assuming you're a straight white. Was it a straight white guy? Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah,
Okay, then hopefully I'm right on the money on that.
yeah.
Might be bad.
Wait, who answered?
Gavin.
Yeah.
You answered.
You think I'm picking up? I would have started wheezing mid. I wouldn't have had the dignified Google it response. I'd have been like, yo, and then hung up. Okay.
No, because at first I was gonna sit there and just talk and just let him talk, but I don't know. We're gonna go to break. This is just great, but we're gonna go to break. When we come back, we have something that's a little less controversial, apparently. But with that being said, we spoke our piece, and we'll be back with the Shut-ins Talk Show.
god.
Oh my god,
I can't.
dude.
Dave said that was him, but I think he's kidding.
Dave is joking.
But I wouldn't know.
I
thing is,
hope it wasn't Dave.
My thing is, I would believe Dave would call to mess with us, but probably not.
He said, "Don't."
Don't talk about my queen like that.
Dude, that is.
What did he say? I didn't.
He literally said, "So I heard you talking about J.K. Rowling and slandering her, and I was just wondering why you're doing that, calling her a TERF, calling her transphobic." Sir, we directly quoted her when she called herself a TERF, and it's transphobic to say that you don't like trans people and that it's unnatural to be trans. So
Yeah, that was crazy. Anyway, I want to talk about the Max thing. Literally, they sell Discovery, and people so a lot of HBO's like Showtime, people scrolling is on the home screen, which people would take that as, oh, it's really well laid out, right?
Won't yelling attack alert the
They
enemy
thought
that we are
that
about
Discovery
to attack?
people were going behind and search was the good thing. So they changed the name because like basically they thought then
we're back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show.
hopefully this one can be more lighthearted.
Yeah,
This is a good one.
yeah. So we got great news, and first in that great news is that the MCU is bringing in some more alumni from the OG Deadpool films. I don't know why I said OG. They're not old to be called OG, but from the first two Deadpool films, Colossus and Vanessa will be returning, played by Stefan Kapicic and Marina Baccarin, and they will return as Colossus and Vanessa. Excited! I remember when I first read this news, I was thinking to myself, good, because Vanessa had I know they killed her, but she still had a very side thing to it. Like halfway through the film, it's like he completely forgot that she died.
Yeah.
And so I felt like that would have driven him a little bit more. But Colossus is, great. Nothing will be funnier than him and the Juggernaut fighting. And the Juggernaut just makes a whole bunch of horrible terms about Colossus just because he's Russian. But the casting will mean that Colossus will officially be the third X-Men character to be featured in the MCU. The first time was Patrick Stewart. Second time will be Deadpool. I guess technically Colossus would be the fourth then. Collider, write better articles.
First time was actually Ursa Major in the Black Widow film.
The word mutant wasn't used, so.
Well, Kamala Khan had the X-Men theme play in the background.
Okay, well, Kamala Khan's not an X-Man.
Kamala Khan's a mutant. Same thing.
No, it's not.
Difference.
No, it's not.
Same
no, it's
difference.
not. Deadpool's a mutant, but Deadpool's not in the X-Men.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Deadpool is X-Force.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
Win, Dub City. All right, sorry. Obviously, Deadpool will have Ryan Reynolds, and it will have pretty much almost all the characters from the original Deadpool films were confirmed, except for Negasonic Teenage Warhead and what was her name?
Which one? Yuki?
Yukio or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yukio, yeah.
Yeah, Yukio. Hi, Wade. Yeah, they haven't been confirmed, but they probably will be. Go ahead and answer the phone, Tanner. I guess.
Another surprise caller.
Well, just leave.
He didn't call me.
You do know that you're not tied to the chair when you do shut-ins. You can stand. If I wanted to stand up and talk into the mic, I can do that. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so what's the Deadpool 3 news? Ecstatic.
Yeah. So also on top of that, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have both talked more about their roles in the film. So here's how I see it. They haven't confirmed it, but here's how I see it. Deadpool's probably going to be in trouble for going back in time and saving Vanessa like he did in the post credits. It's probably going to be what causes the TVA to come, because they have confirmed that the TVA and Mobius will be involved in this film. And, Deadpool doesn't just take things kindly. So, are they going to kill Mobius?
Not in Deadpool.
No.
They're not going to kill Mobius. In
If they kill Mobius and Deadpool, dude, I will riot. I will riot.
No, but it was, so they basically confirmed that the TVA is going to be involved. And then Hugh Jackman said that the reason he came back wasn't for a nostalgia thing or even for the fans. He said it was for himself because they had the film planned before they brought the news to him. And so the plan was they told him, like, this is what it's going to be and blah, blah, blah. And Hugh Jackman was like, yeah, I'll do that because I've never done this with Wolverine before. Like, this is something completely new. And so, like, I think we're going to get a more semi-comic accurate Wolverine, not even just outfit, just in personality. Because I feel like the movies gave him a little too much of, like, that gruff sternness in some way. Sorry, Tanner was just telling us that he was going to trivia.
He's dishing
he's
us.
a fake
He
friend.
hates
It's
us.
cool though. No, but I've been excited about this film even before they confirmed anything about it because I knew it was going to happen. I knew this was going to be the first X-Men film that they put in the MCU, and they were going to tie it in. And I actually kind of like the idea that it's the TVA that's trying to take Deadpool down, rather than because I know one of the biggest theories was like Deadpool kills the Fox Marvel universe, and that would have been like really funny, but also I could see a lot of people like rioting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
or not rioting, but like I could see a lot of people be like, I did not want to see Scott Summers get his head cut off and then kicked into a toilet.
Ah, man, it's not like we're gonna get another Scott Summers in like 2 years.
No, you can't kill Chris Evans, Johnny Storm.
Okay, I want to see that so
That would be
bad.
so funny. Oh man.
Because like they could kill all of like every single member of the Fox universe and no one would care. Like they can still bring back like Iowan Gruffin for like Council of Reeds or whatever in the
That'd be
future
cool.
if they wanted to. But like, who's gonna care? You don't have an emotional attachment to X3: The Last Stand.
Whoa.
No one does.
Whoa. No, I don't. I'm lying.
That movie is bad.
I'm just lying. I'm just lying for the sake of lying. Me when I lie.
No, but the original writers from the first two Deadpool films are returning, and with Zeb Wells alongside them, Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese. The film is directed by Sean Levy, who you know has done or Levi, Levi. But he's already worked with Ryan Reynolds a couple times, Free Guy, Adam Project, and he's also worked with Hugh Jackman in Real Steel. So pretty much it's going to be a very... I think it didn't matter to begin with how this film was going to be made. It was going to be made of the same people regardless whether it was MCU or not. And I'm really happy about that. Same with the Blade film being made. I remember, well, I guess before they had their production issues, I remember old Big Kev, Big Kev with his Marvel hat. I remember him saying like he wants the writers and the directors to have like the freedom to do what they want with these films that are kind of taking place in their own time, their own speed. They're not connected to anything deliberately. And so I think it'll be really cool. And I'm ecstatic about this because I know that if everyone's the same, then the only thing they have to worry about is the continuity of the TVA. And even then, like, it's the TVA.
They can do literally whatever they
Yeah,
want.
TVA can do what
Exactly.
they want. Oh no, a timeline split changed the TVA.
They could
Yeah.
mention Deadpool in Loki season 2. That'd be
That
cool.
would be really cool. What if that's like at the very end of Loki season 2? It's like Mobius is like,
Oh, some cancer-ridden freak.
or
It's causing mayhem.
he's like, I gotta go take care of something. And you just hear, X gonna give it to you.
If I hear X, I'll give it to you. I want you to know that I'm gonna break the TV. I'm like, that is like, it's like when people are like, imagine if when Iron Man said, "I am Iron Man," and then Iron Man started playing. Like,
No,
you know
X
those
gonna give
guys?
it to you is played in Deadpool. That's
I know.
That's what made it
but
funny.
I don't know.
Well, Deadpool doesn't have his own theme. If he just looks at his phone and says, I gotta take care of something.
No, I want a
If
love
Tanner
song
were
to play.
here, he'd be like, I think Deadpool would be a Ghost fan.
I think Mariana Cross would start playing when the movie is tucked away.
You know, it'd be great
What?
if that didn't happen.
Oh, I think they should just be like, some cancer-ridden freak is wreaking havoc in timeline.
Some dude in a red suit with his spiky-haired friend are causing havoc.
Yeah, it's like I think that.
I need an artist to drop a song called Deadpool between now and
Oh,
like
what if it just
2025.
plays the really bad Deadpool song from the first movie? You know, the Deadpool with like the really weird like
Yeah.
techno beat. Song is awful, by the way. It's only good in the context of the film because it's zany and it goes with all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
But overall, like, so here's my question: how do we think that Wolverine's going to be a part of this? Because I know technically they're like it's the same Wolverine from Logan, but Logan took place so far in the future, et cetera, et cetera. So do you think it's going to be like they meet each other and then they work together, or do you think it's going to be Wolverine like catching him in the middle doing something time travel hickey wise?
I think it's going to be more of like Deadpool's going. I don't know. He's trying to run away from the TVA, and he runs to like it would probably be pre Days of Future Past Logan because Logan's pretty old in that.
Yeah,
so it'd probably be pre that, so he can still be like jacked and stuff. And there's like a long time period where he's just not doing anything.
Yeah,
besides like going to Japan.
Yeah,
and getting teased with comic accurate suits.
Maybe Deadpool will just pop up on the same jet from the Wolverine when he's flying back home, and he's like opening the suit, and you just hear, "You don't wear that. That's ugly," or something stupid that Deadpool would say. No, but I'm really excited about this, and actually, while we have some extra time here before we go to break again, I want to bring up something I saw.
Okay.
Apparently, so we know that Mia Goth got cast in Blade, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Speculation shows that she could be playing Lilith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which, if you know anything from Marvel Comics, Lilith is mother of demons, but also she is directly related to Dracula. She's Dracula's daughter.
Okay.
Either that or there's two Liliths in the comics. I'm pretty sure they're the same person. But with that being said, that would be perfect for a first Blade film. Because I remember saying I didn't want Dracula to be the villain of the first Blade film because that's always what Blade is supposed to work up to is Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that before we go to break. Like,
I definitely want him to do like either a Blade sequel or a Midnight Suns movie, especially where Dracula's the main villain.
yeah, Dracula being the villain for the Midnight Suns is sick.
That would be.
Jack Russell.
I think Dracula should
Anthony
be the
Starr.
Dracula from Renfield.
Anthony Starr would be a great Dracula too. Like,
He's so good.
I know the series like has its highs and lows with a lot of lows. The Ultimate Spider-Man series, if you like picture Anthony Starr as Dracula when they do the whole like Blade crossover episode, it really just feels like it really could be Anthony Starr. Like he could kill it. Or the only other role I could see Anthony Starr doing other than Dracula is how did I forget his name? The symbiote god. What's his name?
I don't know, man. I know who you're talking about. I don't remember.
Yeah,
name.
I forget his name. It's the one who carries the necro sword. Sad face. I can't remember now.
Necro Sword. That's Gore, right?
That's Gore in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
I guess Gore in general too, but he's the owner of the necro sword because technically the necro sword is ran off symbiote stuff, but just not in the MCU.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Noel.
Noel, yeah.
Yeah, Noel.
I think Anthony Starr would be a really good Noel also.
God of symbiotes. Oh my, that'd be so sick if they brought Venom into the MCU.
I mean, it's bound to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Whether it's I don't even think it has to be Tom Hardy as much as I want it to be, but it's bound to happen. Just like Galactus is inevitable at some point.
Just like Thanos. He's also inevitable.
Okay, with that being said, we're gonna go to break so I can ignore what Zach just said. But when we come back, we got some. I guess it fits in like horror vibes. Yeah, it's got horror vibes. But when we get back, we're going to talk about that. So stay tuned when we get back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show. My brain is still just trying to wrap around the fact that you got to call.
Bruh. You called our landline, bruh.
They had to have our number memorized.
No, he had to Google the number or something.
Listen, bro. How do you gonna Google the number but not Google like is J.K. Rowling transphobic?
J.K. Rowling TERF. I'm gonna find a tweet right now where she calls herself a TERF.
Yeah, because in her eyes, she sees being a TERF. She sees TERF as a slur. So she's like, I am a TERF, because that's what you call me.
That's disrespectful to actual slurs.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she ever calls herself a TERF. She definitely implies that she's like, it's a slur that applies to me.
No, you're still good. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's baffling. I'm going to have to clip this just for fun.
I was going to say, we need to clip this. We'll submit it.
Because the mics are still on. I bet you can hear me go, use Google, buddy.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come on in?
Come on in. We're back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show. Here on Z90.7 FM WZIS.
We're back with the Shut-Ins Talk Show. What is going on, people?
We're chilling.
I'm hanging out.
We're chilling.
I'm hanging out. Look at Brendan. Just look at him being an unproblematic king over there.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm trying not to cause any drama.
So, with drama being said, how do you guys feel about the OG Dracula?
Oh, dude, it's a classic, I guess, but it's
Ooh, I like it.
I like it, but it's You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. When I think OG movies, I like Swamp Guy.
Creature of the Black Lagoon?
Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, like OG Universal monsters.
That's good.
That's
like
my
Black
favorite.
Lagoon.
Yeah, this is gonna like come to no surprise to you guys, but my favorite Universal monster is the Wolfman.
Yeah.
Coming to no surprise for you guys. We got the Invisible Man back in 2020.
Yeah.
Which was great, and it was very cool how they modernized a very popular story in a classic movie. And Universal was like, "Hey, you remember that one time that we tried to do a connected universe, but we tried to fit it all into one film with all of our monsters when they made The Mummy?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, Invisible Man did well. What if we did just all of these one straight up stories, and they have their own story, and then maybe we can do like an Abbott Costello meet the Wolfman thing or whatever." And so that's kind of what the idea is that they went with. And so Universal recently just hired the same creators of Scream 6 to work on a new horror film in the Universal Monsters. I'm not going to say world or universe because they're not connected yet. If they do connect, part of me wishes that would have worked out. But after seeing The Mummy, I'm glad that it didn't.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
Even though Russell Crowe was kind of a really cool Jekyll and Hyde. In my opinion, that is. But they are going to be doing the Dracula film, which technically isn't a Dracula film. It's going by the working title right now, Dracula's Daughter, which they'll probably change it to a different name or something. And the plot is centered around a group of kidnappers who abduct a band of young people, one of whom ends up being the titular character, and then woe befalls the kidnappers. Wowzers. Which I think that's really cool. And the project is said to offer a unique take on legendary monster lore, like Dracula specifically, similar to like Lee Winnell's The Invisible Man. And apparently Chris McKay's Renfield is actually like within this whole vibe too. So like maybe Nick Cage is Dracula in the Universal Monsters world.
I saw Renfield and I was like, that's that first off, Renfield, it's aight.
Yeah, I heard
it's aight.
I heard like a lot of people were like being too critical of it, but then it still wasn't that good.
Oh yeah, no, it's just shoddy writing.
Yeah, I heard it was more fun than anything though.
It's fun when it wants to be fun, but I will say there's some points where it just kind of drags. You're just like, well, I want to see this guy kill more people. Hurry it up, man.
Yeah.
It's just, that's kind of where you get it. But this seems fun. I mean, Scream 6 is really good. I'd trust them to make something.
Radio Silence is also just awesome. Like they've done cool things, and I'm actually really excited to see where they go with it because the script is being written by Steven Shields, who works with Radio Silence all the time anyways. And the Scream movie collaborators, William Sherrock, Paul Neinstein, and James Vanderbilt of Project X Entertainment will also serve as producers for the film, alongside Trip Vinson, who previously worked with Radio Silence in Ready or Not, which is still arguably Radio Silence's best film. It was a really cool horror comedy. But Universal shelved its plan for the Dark Universe in 2017 gladly. But however, they said that with the Invisible Man, they may reevaluate how they go about doing so and maybe modernizing it all rather than just putting these classic characters in modern times like they tried to do with The Mummy, which I get it. The Mummy, you kind of have to literally pull an old person into modern times, but you don't start with The Mummy.
Yeah.
You never start with The Mummy.
You start with a big hitter. You got to do Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman.
Invisible Man was pretty good.
And the fact that they started with Invisible Man gives kind of more hype to it, you know, like, and the fact that they're modernizing it and changing it well, and it's a really cool thing. And so, like, among this film being made, apparently Ryan Gosling will be playing the Wolfman, and then
Hey,
oh, never mind, that
Barbie.
film's already out. How
I'm gonna say Barbie.
they are lazy with this? They literally copy and pasted an old article for this. Sad face.
Dude, what?
They copy and pasted part of an old article for this. They said, among these projects, there's a Ryan Gosling-led Wolfman movie, as well as a tale about Dracula's loyal servant Renfield, coming to theaters on April 14th.
What was this? What's this Wolfman movie I missed? Or did it never happen?
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay. I thought I missed. I thought I missed.
It's
the
still
movie.
in pre-production. They haven't casted anyone
Dude,
other than
the
Ryan
Wolfman
Gosling.
like Barbie. we gotta go drive.
Did you bring your severed heads? You know I don't leave home
Barbie,
without them.
we must drive into the night. This is a drive reference.
I get it.
For my
We must drive into the night
for my
like a
Redditors
Blade
out there.
Runner.
What a waste.
That's Ben Core.
We're leaving. What a waste of a lovely night.
Oh my gosh. No, but this is exciting, man. Along with there's a new film coming out soon. The trailer came out. It's called like The Last Voyage of the Demeter or something like that. Or Demeter.
I saw the trailer for that. I saw Renfield.
Yeah, it's basically an old ship, and it takes place like probably in the 1800s.
Yeah, mid 1800s.
Yeah, around there, like Victorian area.
Yeah.
And basically it's the ship of people, and Dracula's stuck on the boat with these people. Like, his coffin's there, and everything's going well, but it looks like there's a dog on board who decides to just ruin it for everyone. But this looks cool, and I love these ideas of like changing the whole landscape of Dracula. I forget the actor's name, but it's like Dracula Untold, which came out forever ago. It's not a terrible film, but I really like how they gave a story to how Dracula became Dracula, because the character itself has never been just this evil person. He became corrupted by the sickness, which is being a vampire. Like, he didn't choose the lifestyle he has. It was forced upon him and or given to him, if you go off the 2014 movie or whenever that came out. But I remember watching that movie, and it was a cool concept, but it was weird, the idea that Dracula was a war general, and the way he won the war was by meeting with this old vampire in a cave who gave him vampire powers. So him and all of his knights just obliterate the competition. So it's, I don't know, it's weird, but I love this idea. You know, if you've tuned into Shut-Ins before or know me at all, you know I'm a horror guy through and through, no matter what. But overall, I'm excited about everything to do with this. You know, The Invisible Man was awesome. I'm sad that, you know, the pandemic happened. That's probably why we haven't gotten The Wolfman or anything new regarding this Dracula's Daughter film. But like, they really could like modernize the whole aspect of the Universal horror films, because those crossovers were amazing for the time, you know?
Yes.
And it's really cool, and it's like really like full of continuity too, how they like connect, which is weird but in a good way, if that makes sense. Because I follow Dead Meat on YouTube, and they just did a speed run of all the old Universal horror movies, and like literally every single character got their own film before they met a different character. So you had Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman before Elvis or Abbott and Costello meet the Frankenstein, which has the Wolfman and Dracula in them. Same with like the Invisible Man, which they were all over the place with that, which it looks like they kind of will be here too, but in a different way. They just had a different Invisible Man like every film. because they just decided he died at the end of every film, so they couldn't work their way out of it.
So, another Invisible Man was made. The mantle has been passed yet again.
Sorry, I was looking at the camera and I don't know. It's the difference between Brendan's camera and yours with like how close you are.
Oh, really?
Like when you're like really leaned in and Brendan's like in the back.
Hi guys.
Jump scare.
Hi guys.
Zach, jump scare.
Hey.
No, but yeah.
Yeah.
We still got a little bit of time. You guys want to talk about monsters?
I usually talk about monsters. I also
I love the old
we can
corny,
encourage
cheesy monster
people
movies.
to call us
Yeah.
more often about things that aren't stupid.
I was gonna say, who's your favorite like Universal horror monster?
Probably Black Lagoon, man.
Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good movie.
Hear me out. Guillermo del Toro does Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Just
And
saying
he
that.
just adapts the Shape of Water kind of thing. No, because like he makes it look scarier and like more creature-esque than it
I
just being a
think
fish
a
man.
prequel to The Shape of Water,
Nah,
where
I
he
feel
was
like-
this Black Lagoon.
I feel like we need to get a different like director in for that because Guillermo del Toro had his chance to do Fishman movie. He did Fishman movie good. He won
But
Oscar
he made
for
him. But
Fishman movie.
Hey, he made
Yeah,
it
which-
horny.
Yeah.
But he made it horny. He lost his chance.
It's
He made it
like-
horny, not
but-
scary.
It had to be.
It didn't have to be horny.
Shape of Water
Right
had
now.
to be horny.
I can.
No, that's
it absolutely.
that is a bold
did
take.
not.
She's deaf and he can't talk. That's the
I wanna
only way
see-
they could
I want to see
communicate.
Guillermo del Toro do like a Dracula movie. I want to see like a kind of eldritch, scary, more
Yeah,
monstrous.
Dracula.
Yeah.
He'd be
Bring
great
Nick Cage
with another
back.
horror movie.
Yeah, I will say the one thing they do good in Renfield. There's like a part where like, he's not fully regenerated yet. And he just looks like a walking, talking, like corpse almost.
Oh, yeah,
with, like
I saw
really
that in the
good
trailers.
prosthetics, and it actually looks kind of sick. But that's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailers when he's like, "Master, you okay?" And he's like, "No."
What about let's cast directors for things.
Let's
How about
cast
that?
directors?
What should Ari Aster do?
Oh, hear me out. Hear me out. Ari Aster gets his hands on either the next Invisible Man movie or he gets to do Frankenstein.
I thought we had talked about Frankenstein already with like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Oscar Isaac, Andrew Garfield.
That's Guillermo del Toro. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay,
Yeah,
Del Toro.
Oh, that's a
can-
completely different one though. That's
Okay.
not through Universal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot about that for a second there. Yeah, that one's not through Universal. That one's through Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think Ari Aster could do like a really cool like psychological horror about the scientist Frankenstein and have like this whole thing that leads up to the monster being made.
It depends on how Beau's Afraid goes. I want to see how he does things. But like seeing,
Yeah.
because like here's the thing. Because the concept of him doing a Wolfman movie is kind of
Oh yeah.
like
that'd be
how he
cool.
would do that.
Easy answer is you give him a Jekyll and Hyde movie.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
true.
that would just go hard.
I keep Jekyll and Hyde like for last, you know, like I feel like, or not last, but I feel like that's one that would have to come post seeing all the other monsters. But I think he would do a really good Jekyll and Hyde movie too. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Wow.
I just said
sick.
Wolfman because I was trying to think of things that would be like a challenge for him to do. I would like to see how directors would do. You
what
look
does that
surprised.
look?
What's up? What's up?
Brandon Cronenberg, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gotten like a good swamp monster movie since like the freaking 40s.
What do you mean? The Swamp Thing TV series went hard, bro.
Shut
First off,
up,
Shape of
shut
Water.
up.
Shape of Water was a great movie.
That's not a swamp man. That's not.
It's not swamp.
That's
He's a
not
water
swamp
man.
man coming and killing people. I mean, we got Sleepaway Camp.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'll say it. I'll say what we did.
Got Sleepaway.
That's the closest we've gotten to a swamp man movie.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, buddy.
Oh wow.
I don't like that at all.
What'd you say?
I said. What do you mean you didn't kill it? I said the fish man killed it in the bedroom. Is what I said. It's Shape of Water. I only got so many jokes.
I think that's.
I think we wrap it up there, guys. I think we wrap it up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
look! It's 7:00.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. So I've been Gavin the Chef Cook,
Zach Gerchek.
Brendan Magnuson.
and you have been listening to the Shut-Ins Talk Show. Be sure to stay tuned. We got plenty of cool stuff coming your way here at WZIS. But until next week, We will see you next time. Bye bye.
Trans rights.
All right, Twitch. Thank you guys for being a part of the ride. We got a whole bunch of loves and kisses for y'all. Y'all are great. Here, I'll get out of the way, Brendan. Brendan's like low key hitting that right now too. Oh. Oh. All right. We'll see you next week, guys.